Semi-final match, Busan Weeamoos versus Bloodborne. I
I'm
am
never
the
getting that name.
Frelegatron, and I am joined today with Stabby.
Hello, I am Stabby, aka your toxic Doomfist man.
Yeah, you just recently joined the league, didn't you?
Not recently, I've always been in the league, okay, first thing. Always been there, just left for a break, obviously. Anyways,
It's always a break.
dude, don't fucking talk about it. Anyways, how are you feeling about this game, Fair?
I'm thinking it's going to be a fairly close one. Bloodborne has a lot of strong players, but so does Busan.
You know, I, I'd say the same. I don't know half these people, but they all look terrifying. I know some. I know some people like Apple are amazing at their roles and play at a very high level. They can carry games, but they can also be shut down really easily. I feel like it would end up being a game of picking out for the enemy comp and just lost switches. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of interesting picks, especially with some of these people's heroes pool. Like Roddy, that's a massive pool of heroes. So yeah, let's see what we get.
And I get lucky, I don't have to do any work with changing the map around because Busan's first pick of the map is going to be the Temple of Anubis.
Anubis. A lot of hard defense comps, I'm guessing. Anubis is one of those maps that could go anyway. It's also one of the most fun maps to see, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we both can play quite a few DPS, although we play different DPS in different ways. This is can be such a heavy DPS based map. It can also be very tank heavy too.
I'm telling you right now, as a Doomfist main, Temple of Anubis is the first thing I enjoy hearing, next to Eichenwald. But, Anubis is one of those maps where high mobility rules, and so does DPS, who could be stationary and immobile. Overall, just the picks could really fluctuate here. You could run goats here and rush gates and all that because goats, and it's really good at rushing the rush down. You can even run a rush down comp too, which if you don't remember that is, it's way back in season one, way back there, where you used to take Lucio and Reaper and you just shoved really hard. It could still be done here because Temple of Noob is such a tight knit map, and involving some of these people's heroes pool, again, going back to Apple, you could definitely see some nice picks
And
here.
and especially from what we've seen from Apple throughout the season, I have a feeling he's definitely gonna end up playing the Lucio as he's been playing a lot of supports, especially Lucio throughout the season. So I feel like what Busan's might gonna is most likely gonna do is gonna run the goats with the Lucio in order to get that speed boost and just rush that first point on attack.
Rushdown comp reigns here. It's such a close map, and it's at prime time for snowball here. That's the major thing about Anubis is snowballing can be a very big thing. So let's see our comps as we enter the game here.
But as I said, this is our semi-final game, so this is going to be a very hard fought game from these teams in order to go into the finals. The loser of this, though, is still going to be playing one more game in our bronze match against ZF, where the winner is going to be playing against Fluid. And if you guys didn't already know, the way that our playoffs run is first team to take 3 maps wins the match, and we'll be moving on. If we have to go to 5 maps will be played, but as soon as 3 are won, the game is done.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm liking how this is looking already, especially in the attacking side.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna see, it looks like, uh, Bloodborne is going to run I do call it a goat style. You've got the triple tank, well, you had triple tank, now they're doing triple support with the Hanzo replacing the Diva. in the GOATS comp, whereas Busan is running a Reaper, Rein, Diva, McCree, Moira, Brig. So they have some close range, but they also have the McCree to take
We
out any
apparently
Pharahs.
just lost Anna for more on the attacking side.
And I do definitely agree with that choice, especially since you've got the Lucio and the Brig being the off heals. You need to have a high heal sustainer.
There it is, the rushing right in there. I knew it happened.
And Busan immediately knows what they're doing and dropped right to point.
There goes a pick
But
on
the first
Apple.
pick is going to fall on ADH pills, but Roddy's going to respond, taking down Axcrid. But Busan is not giving an inch. Instead, they are pushing back right under the bridge and forcing Bloodborne back. It was definitely a well-executed play, but we've got Bloodborne rushing in again. The Ryan's all alone, and he's going to be an easy pick if his team can't get to him.
More adult coming out, too.
Apple will fall to Joseph, though, and we have Coalescence coming out on both sides, with the Reaper getting stunned and knocked back.
Hanzo having his ult too, that goes to Dragons and Earth Shatter coming out at the same time.
Dragon comes down and Bloodborne is going to take several picks into their favor.
Oh, the triple from Dragons!
But with Busan, they are not giving up this point very easily. They still have D.Va on the point. D.Va is going to get D-Max, but we got an Earth Shatter coming out from out. Oh, it's going to catch nobody, and it looks like Bloodborne takes first point.
Gotta say though, very well played from the side of Busan though, especially Draz, who is now switching off the McCree off to Genji. When you have situations like this, you gotta really think to yourself, would the Genji really work into the Brig and the Moira?
And although I do agree with the Reaper going against their comp, being that it is very tank heavy, but I don't know if the Reaper is getting is being utilized as much, and there it is, getting a pick right from Roddy, and Dragons comes out again, with 3 picks quickly falling into the side of Bloodborne. A D.Va Bomb comes out, but Bloodborne is just overwhelmingly taking this point right now. Earthshatter comes down and is going to catch 2 from Busan, with T-Nax going to be staggered, and it looks like Bloodborne is just going to dominate this second point.
This is by far the issue that happens sometimes on Anubis and just 2CP in general. You can get absolutely rolled if you don't play into your comp, right? Definitely the fault would be on the DPS picks.
And Reaper pops his ult and gets taken down. And with a grab Dragons combo, could that be the ceiling factor for this second point? As the staggers start to come in, Axcrid is going to be taken down by Roddy, and it looks like that Busan is just barely hanging on to this point. The fight continues, and Bloodborne still just dominating this point. It doesn't look like Busan's really going to be able to take it. They just have to stall for time right now. Apple getting a huge shatter and taking it, and 2 falling into the side of Busan. A Coalescence comes out for Busan with a tire getting cancelled by Bloodborne.
And there goes a pick on the Joseph, who's on the Zarya. This could definitely be
a turnaround for the side of Busan. It looks like they're starting to be able to stabilize, and they're going to be able to hold this point. Dragon comes out for Bloodborne, and Bloodborne begins to start pushing back in.
Kara and Roddy really trying to put pressure onto the Moira.
Combat taking down Apple with the Moira, and then pops Coalescence. Ammo is going to take down Roddy, though. But Coalescence doing its damage, demeching the D.Va.
You know, the pick switching off the Junkrat could really help here, like, really well.
The Riptire comes in, it's going to catch CC
2! Absolutely.
But Ammo is going to be taken down. This fight is just continuing to go on, but Busan does look like they are starting to stabilize. 2 are on point again for Bloodborne. A big shatter coming out from Bloodborne, with Roddy taking down Apple. T-Nax is getting very low, but with almost to an ult, he has to charge that up now.
There goes Coalescence inside of Busan.
Another dragon comes out from Bloodborne. Could this be the sealing factor? Earthshatter comes out, is going to catch nobody, and Apple will fall. And Bloodborne takes the point.
That was an absolutely just so much pressure put on the set of Bloodborne, especially from Roddy and Kara. Just their combos putting pressure onto the Mora just the entire time. And with combat, just healing everyone. Yeah, you kind of question yourself, what can you do in that situation? You had good switches that round though from the side of Busan when you have the Genji pick switching off to Tracer and going off to and I'm not going off Reaper to Junkrat. Definitely some good switches there and a good hold, but well, as you see, not good enough.
And I did especially like the switches over, because normally you would also see like the tank starting to switch over to Hammond or a DPS switching over to Mei, because they have those higher mobilities, and Mei especially has that stall ability. That it's just, if you were Busan in that situation, you had to know the fight was lost, the point was taken, so stall for time. And I'd say they did a pretty good job. They held them off until 3:15, and Bloodborne took that first point really fast.
They really did. That's the scary part about 2CP. You could lose a point in the blink of an eye. They played it really well, though. Very well coordinated. And with Kara on the brig, just pushing in, along with Warrior on Lucio, you had a scary comp there.
Although I do believe right now, I feel like Bloodborne might have a slight advantage against Busan with just looking at the initial comps.
I see a Far Mercy. Far Mercies are
I do see a Far Mercy too. But then we also have Roddy on the McCree, and everybody knows how good of a DPS Roddy can be. It looks like Busan, though, is going to start pushing around to the side to get that area for the Junkrat to start popping off in those tight quarters.
They're really at a neutral here right now, where Draz is really aiming just to push people off the point, just for they can really get their hold.
But Bloodborne isn't going to fall for the distraction of the Pharah. They want to focus on the main fight, and that is exactly what they're doing with ADHD taking down Apple, and then Roddy taking down Ammo.
Coming right down.
Akat is going to get the res off on the Reinhardt, but the Reinhardt is separated from his team. Draz is going to take down the enemy Ryan with Phoenix taking down Roddy, and Busan is going to start pushing forward. They're up 2. They need to take this point. Farah pops her ult, is going to take down the Reaper. The tanks have free reign now. And Bloodborne is going to push back with the Reinhardt continuing the fight, probably trying to stall for time, wait for his team, but he's going to get taken down.
Yeah, some really good frags coming out here. That's 3 down instead of Bloodborne, and now they're just pushing in. Now, you have Busan with free range just to push in. That looks like it will be first point for Busan. Let's see how they play the second one.
And I don't think Bloodborne did a bad job defending that first point. They were doing what they had to, not letting the Pharaoh become a huge distraction to them.
It was definitely that first pick that fell onto ADHD that really had pushed Bloodborne back. The loss on the Reinhardt.
And in this new meta, the Reinhardt is such an important member of the comp that if he falls, you need to push out.
That's a Riptire. Hold up. That's a tire.
Riptire is coming in. It's going to catch nobody. It's protected by the sound barrier, it looks like. A huge fight, though, breaking out under the bridge with 1 pick in each side, both being tanks.
It looks Carrot will fall here, though. Apple getting the res, but X
picks
could be
are
taken
falling in both sides, with it looks like Busan taking the advantage over. Busan is on point, though, with the Pharah in the sky. She's going to be a hard target to take down if you're not focusing her. Apple is going to fall, though, to Joseph. And it looks like Busan is starting to pull out. They have now lost 3 people. They can't push in right now.
That was a very good hold on the side of Bloodborne right there. They played their parts very well. Especially combat, keeping people alive. Excellent plays on this part.
And right now, if you're Bloodborne, you can honestly just say, if we can hold them off until they have less time than we do, we can give the point and still roll them.
Definitely, but from now, like aggression we saw off the start from the side of Busan, you really gotta start questioning right there. Like, can you match that aggression next round?
Diva Bomb comes out, is going to catch Joseph. Busan is up by one, and they are pushing in. Joseph gets rezzed, but 2 picks fall for Busan.
Oh, you see your tire coming out.
We have the Roadhog popping up. A tire is going to catch 2, the Mercy and the Roadhog, and Busan is taking over this point. And Busan, with 4 minutes on the clock, is going to take point 2.
With such a great opener on that first pick, man, that was a bloodbath right there.
And it was so well executed. They got that first pick, and immediately you saw people just rush for the point. They didn't give Bloodborne any chance to pull back and start to regroup. They just pushed right in and immediately started taking out targets. Anyways, I'm gonna be interested because we have more than 3 minutes on each side now going into this first point again, and it looks like both teams are running a very similar comp, although Bloodborne looks like they're going to be running the Symmetra. So what I imagine their plan is they're going to push through that side room and then try and TP right onto point and get into their back lines.
You see, one of my favorite picks is just happening on this map, and it's the Ashe pick. Alright, I don't much like Ashe, but her presence here on Anubis is absolutely insane if she's played right.
And especially on this first point, getting Bob early on is going to be so powerful because they have basically a primal Winston just there to defend the point.
Oh, first pick
and the
will
first
fall.
pick does fall in the favor of Busan.
Without Symmetra there, oh, there goes Roddy. That'd be both your DPS getting picked out. ADHD will fall. Apple just going in right here.
It looks like Busan is just going to maintain this point incredibly well.
When you can't really contest the Ashe up there, but with the Symmetra, you could definitely stop her presence. It's the matter of the amount of pressure and damage Ashe could put in, alongside the Junkrat, who already has Riptire as well.
Yeah, and Busan has definitely shown that they've learned what they did wrong defending that first point. They're not going to give Bloodborne the same openings that they did early on. Tire does come out for Busan. It's going to take 2. I have to give it to Ammo. Those tires have been constantly getting 2 picks every time, and even if he falls like he just did, he still have a +1 in those situations, and Busan is going to dominate right now, losing absolutely nobody except for Ammo early on, but with that res, it turned a 4v5 into a 6v5, a 6v4, and that fight is done.
Can we just say that how well that play was from Ammo? He did actually. That was well played right there. That was a huge tire, and that when he started pushing up, that was 2 huge picks right there. Give that fight to Ammo right there. He really helped out there. Oh, Roddy.
Early pick from Roddy taking out T-Max.
We have Winston going on to Ashe, trying to contest her.
And Ammo responds by taking down Car, with the Mercy getting the res.
Comes out though for Kara. Oh, Sound Barrier coming out could turn this fight. You also have Dragons there. Earth Shatter too.
Tire comes out. It's going to be cancelled. And with only Junkrat left on point, Bloodborne is looks like Bloodborne might be able to take this now.
Well, they do have 2 picks on their side, and that's a D-Mech Diva as well. Coalescence will come out too.
Coalescence trying to keep T-Nex up, but with Roddy right there, Axfit is going to fall, and then T-Nex shortly after, and Bloodborne taking the point.
See, it was definitely that Winston pick that really helped them. Picking off the Ashe early and being able to actually contest her.
And it looks like
really helped
Bloodborne
them.
figured out what Busan was doing is they were playing a very bunker-style comp, and the best way to counter a bunker is by diving straight onto them.
Emma will fall early though to Roddy.
Roddy taking out an early pick on Ammo with
and a nuke.
With a bomb coming out. Dragons comes out for Bloodborne. The Bob is out, but he's off the point. He's not going to be able to contest anything right there. And the fight
continues. Trying his best. There goes his mech.
Joseph is going to get D-Mexed, but is it enough to keep Busan into this? It doesn't appear to be, as the stagger starts to come through, and Bloodborne looks like they're going to take the point in over. However, Busan does bring it over into overtime. And the fight is going to keep going on. Atcat will fall with the Rhine trying to be protected by the Reaper. Reaper is doing everything he can to keep his Rhine up, but he's going to fall, and then shortly after the Rhine will. Diva Bomb comes in, but with the sound barrier, his entire team is protected. A res onto Roddy from combat, with T-Nex getting D-Max once more, and then Primal Rage coming out from the side of Bloodborne. They're not going to let this fight end.
You see, the ammo's still there, though. Ah, never mind. Now it's just a matter of trying to uphold for time.
Almost there, almost capping the points, and they finally do. You have to give it to Busan, though. They have been able to extend these fights out for so long that this may prove to be very useful for them.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Although Busan does have one advantage over Bloodborne right now. They have an extra minute on the time clock over what Bloodborne had. So if they can take this first point quickly, they have enough time to be able to put a strong offense onto that second point. It looks like we're going to see about the same comp that we saw from Busan in the first point with the pharmacy of Draz and Atcat, as well as Axcrid playing on the Moira. We've got Ammo on the Junkrat with T-Nex and Rhine, and Apple on Rhine and Zarya. And then for Bloodborne, it looks like we're going to see a Mercy Zen and the Orisa. So instead of running the Roadhog, they're going to be running the Diva Orisa.
You know, can I just say something real quick? And that is, man, this map is beautiful. I've just noticed that.
The map design, I mean, I'm sure everybody likes the way Anubis looks, but nobody really likes attacking on Anubis.
You know, fair point. Because you get situations like this, where you see a bunker heavy comp with the Orisa and the Ashe in the same position as last time. Seems Bloodborne has learned from Busan here. Well,
and especially Anubis especially, you see a lot of Orisa, just because she has that ability to throw her shield somewhere and still contest the point.
Orisa is an anchor through and through. She is able to hold a point or just a choke point so well.
We have Junkrat though flanking around, is going to bounce the team up. The Fortify comes a little too late for the Orisa, and she does get bounced in the air. Apple though will fall to the Orisa with Draz taking down Roddy.
Apple getting the res, Draz taking out Roddy though, that's a DPS down.
Riptire coming out, it's going to get cancelled.
Draz absolutely popping off in this Genji pick right now.
Looks like they are going to take dominance over on this point, with only the Orisa left to defend it. Orisa does end up burning her supercharger. It's going to get res though by Combat, but Combat is going to fall, and Orisa being the only one, she has no self-sustainability and does fall quickly. And just like I said, now Busan has the advantage. They have just over 2.5 minutes, or actually they have now 3 minutes to attack the second point. They have the time in their favor, but Warrior Wolf is going to take down Ammo early on.
That could be huge for this defense right here. Get a bit more time off of it.
They might have just bought enough time to start to stabilize and really get a plan going in order to defend against them.
You say start to stabilize, but we are looking at Draz and Apple with both their ults up. That's Dragon Blade and Earth Shadow you guys haven't seen yet, which also could be huge for this.
It's definitely going to come down to the Ryan's shield placements. As long as he is ready to go, then the fight might fall in their favor. As I say that, we have Bloodborne taking 2 picks, but with one of them being rezzed, Deadeye does come out. It's going to get shielded away, but Bloodborne has the picks into their favor. If I were Busan right now, I'd say just KYS and regroup. You've lost too many people early on in that fight.
Well, that is a very real thing to say. I am playing with you. But on the bright side, in that fight, they were able to burn the High Noon, which could have been detrimental to their original push, and they've gotten ammo his Riptire. Now they have Grav, Dragon Blade, and Earth Shatter.
They definitely do have the ult advantage,
here.
but it's going to come down to the perfect timing of those ults, because you have to understand that Zenyatta's probably going to have his Transcendence if you are Busan right now. Taking out Roddy, though, is going to be a good way to start this fight.
Absolutely, getting rid of those dragons.
Apple, though, is going to fall. With the Earth Shatter coming out from Bloodborne, there's nobody there to defend his team. And Busan looks like they're going to pull out. They've lost their Mercy, they've lost their Rhine, they need to pull back.
But now we're looking at a team with all their ults up, but we still have Warrior holding that Transcendence, which can be a very big thing.
And with going into the last minute,
just get into the back.
Going into this last minute, they need to make some early picks now and then pop those ults in order to make an aggressive push. And I feel like their biggest target right now is taking out the Zen, as he's going to counter most of their ults. But Roddy is going to take down Draz very early on. Dragons is going to come out with Grav coming in, is going to catch a lot of people from Bloodborne. Transcendence comes out with a tire in the backline. Roddy going to take down Akat.
Oh, that's a triple!
Ammo King!
Can they follow up on the 3 picks though? That's
and
a
the Mercy is going to fall.
right there. That is a beautiful
ammo. And then he finally falls, but not
and that might be the point right there.
People with him. He might have just won this point for Busan.
This is Draz was the 2 picks right there. This could be it for Busan. Busan really could take this point right here.
And the Hammer is going to come out from Bloodborne to try and get that stall ability. We've got ammo though, or not ammo, Karth onto the Reaper, but he's going to get picked early on. Jazz looking for the Mercy. The ammo is going to find her. Bloodborne though isn't going to give up this point without a fight. If they can fully defend this point, then they win the first map.
Draz getting a pick on the Winston though. That could be really bad for this
going to come out on the side of Bloodborne with Draz taking down the Winston.
Overall, we're looking at a brawl here in the point. That's 2 picks though for the side of Busan. But Draz will fall to the Hammond mines. The Hammond mines.
But Reinhardt is the ultimate minesweeper at this point. A grab comes out on the side of Busan. Axe Crit taking down 2. With T-Nax taking down Mei. You're seeing these stally characters start to come out. Bloodborne wants to try and force them off. But there is point presence from Busan, and they're not going to give up that presence easily. Riptire comes out from ammo. It's going to catch the Lucio, and Busan finally takes the first tick. We've got an Earth Shatter coming out. It's going to catch the Winston. Winston, though, jumps on the point. We've got Dragon Blade popping another Dragon Blade. Mei is going to fall, and Busan just barely missing that last tick. There's only 2 left on the point. Busan has the presence. This fight is in their favor.
The sound barrier
comes out with another Hammond mine.
The Hammond minefield. This could be Bloodborne's chance to really take this back right here. Coalescence is coming out.
Bloodborne. This fight is just so ult intensive.
That is 3 down. That's how Busan is could be.
The double! Ammo King with the res onto Axe Crit. Axe though is going to fall, but Ammo is going to take down the opposing Moira. ADHD though is going to take down Draz. Can Busan get back to the point? Blizzard come out. It's going to catch Ammo King, and Ammo will fall. And OT just barely hanging on with only one person from Busan left. Apple gets there with the hammer just in time to keep this fight going. But has Bloodborne done it? Have they defended this point?
That's Axcrit.
Apple is
falling
going to
right
fall
there.
as well as Axcrit. The Zarya is left with the Mercy. Aket going for the
res,
res.
however,
it's going to get
on
the res
Apple.
off of the Apple, but is going to fall not only with T-Nex, but also Draz.
It's just a matter of how long they can really stall this point right now, but they get pushed off of it.
Bloodborne takes the first point with an amazing hold. That fight was so long. So many ults popped and such well execution from both teams. That fight.
This would be amazing. Let's see this.
There cannot be a better way to
Look
start
at
off
that. That was absolutely nutty right there.
There cannot be a better way to start off this semifinal match against two teams that are going to be so neck and neck.
How was your throat?
My throat is fine. I've got a bottle of water next to me just in case. Oh, you do this enough times, you're gonna learn that your throat is going to die.
I called more result transcendence. Passing the science, my man. Can we clip that, by the way? Of just me calling more result transcendence. You guys want to pass into cell splitting pain?
Pass into evolution.
Never do that again.
That's it. Moira now uses Transcendence and Zenyatta uses Valkyrie.
Wait. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Mercy uses Sound Barrier. Ana uses...
You know, if you're a support main watching us, I am so sorry.
It's okay. Everyone knows that I'm a support main.
Wow.
Oh, but that was incredible. Oh, I also forgot. Bloodborne has to select the next map. And our map set for today is going to be Temple of Anubis, as we just saw, as well as Blizzard World. We have Watchpoint Gibraltar, Oasis, and
Nepal.
If you've ever seen a stream, I did not, but if you've ever seen a stream with me, you know that I only call Nepal one thing: nipple.
Yeah, how'd I know that? You seem like the type of guy to call it nipple. You don't like the map your character's from, I guess. If you say it
fast, it sounds like you're saying nipple.
Nepal. Fuck me, god damn it.
You can hear it, can't you?
And that's exactly why I'm mad at you right now, Fer.
So it is and always will be nipple to me.
That is by far the worst thing I've heard in a while.
Speaking of nipple, that is the map that Bloodborne has chosen. Oh, I'm so happy.
Speaking of the devil.
Now, I might be in the minority of this, but Nepal is probably one of my favorite maps. And
Nepal is not my favorite. My favorite is Eichenwald, because I main Doomfist.
Okay. I like Junkertown, I like Nepal, and I like King's Row too. King's Row's a fun map.
King's Row's a fun map, but come on, dude.
And so is Route 66. I like Route 66 a lot.
Alright, well, fuck you too, I guess, man.
What's wrong with Route?
A lot of things. A lot of things. You know what's mainly wrong with Root?
What?
They showed off Ash, but they never released Echo.
The fact that Doomfist isn't really that viable on Route?
Alright, you know what? You have said the last word to me this entire stream, Fur. I am not working with you after this.
Aw, but Stabby.
Don't. No, don't. You're not doing this to me again. You're not doing this to me. Not at all. Not again. Not now. You did it way back then. We're not doing this again. Not at all, Fur. Stay away from me.
It's alright, I have gubbins now.
Oh, that's what they all say. That's all they all say. That's what Shino said to me. Oh, they have gubbins now. Alright. I don't need you either. I just never talk to me or my fist again.
No, I mean, gubbins is my baby. I always need you.
You have no idea how much I was eating ice for a second there. Okay. And you said Gubbins is my baby, and I was instantly I choked because I started laughing.
And anybody that knows Gubbins knows exactly why.
I hate you so much.
Why? Anyways, I mean, we did see a couple swaps come in. We see Vil come in for AtCat, as well as Zachary Weaves coming in for Roddy. It's definitely going to be a very close fight, I feel. I'm played with Vil a lot, and her mercy is incredible, as well as the fact that she can get so many kills with mercy. And Zachary, I mean, I haven't personally played with him, and I haven't seen much of him, but I know he is a good player.
He's what we call an absolute unit, my man.
And just waiting for the confirmation from both teams that they are ready. I have one from Bloodborne, I just need one from Busan. We're coming into Nepal. It's going to be, depending on the map, you're gonna see a lot of goats probably, especially going into village. You're most likely, if we get the Sanctum, we're going to most definitely see a Roadhog, Orisa. We're gonna see the Lucio come out. That's a given. You've got that boop heavy map with Sanctum that running a Lucio is just a no-brainer. And then there is, what was it? Shrine. Right? Yeah, Nepal Shrine. It's another goats heavy map.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna see the triple
why.
tank, triple support come out from both teams. Oh, duh. And both teams are ready to go as we go into our map 2, Nepal.
Traveling to Nepal.
You know, you just said Nepal, but you were always saying you're gonna call it nipple. So you just went against your own word. Just
I
like
said
how you said you stay loyal to
Nepal.
me. No, you said Nepal. You said Nepal.
Yeah, Nepal. Nipple. I don't know, but considering what we just saw from that last map, what do you think we're gonna see come out from both these teams coming into Nepal Shrine?
I see a Zac. I see Ledge. I'm guessing Lucio. I'm thinking Boop heavy. Someone's getting pushed up a map.
What this little ledge off the side? Well,
Never
you
mind.
called
That's Zac on Symmetra.
but we are gonna see a Lucio from Bloodborne. So
And
you
for
at least,
Busan.
so you did call the Lucio on this, and Lucio is still a very strong character. That speed boost is going to help you break through those chokes, especially once the enemy team takes point. It's going to help you get back to that point so quickly, and that Lucio on these assault maps is just... there's the reason why he's so heavily utilized.
He's an absolute godsend on these type of maps.
And the fight immediately starts, but the wall off on the Reinhardt is going to take him down very quickly, but Zachary is going to fall. But Zachary's Symmetra turrets are doing their work, taking down the enemy Lucio.
The loss of Lucio, at your first, like, losing Lucio really hurts when you're playing King of the Hill maps, in my opinion.
And Bloodborne is going to take this point early on.
Can we just admire how much of an absolute unit this Reinhardt is, though?
Reinhardt is... this is why Reinhardt is most definitely coming back into the meta so easily, just because he has that ability to be a heavy aggressor.
I don't know what any of that means. I know what a unit is, especially when he's wearing all pink armor. That is a unit.
In this current meta, basically the meta is enable the Reinhardt to deal damage.
So be a unit. Anyways, we see the Fire Mercy coming out inside of Busan here.
We are going to see Busan though start to push forward, but the Reinhardt is going to be pushed away. Oh, Reinhardt is going to push in though. He's going to get frozen and then taken down by Zachary's.
Those turrets, man.
But Busan is making a fight though. They are not going to let this point stay in Bloodborne's favor.
What happened?
ADHD falling to Ammo King's total mayhem.
My question is, did Zac just get a triple with the turrets?
I think he did.
That is impressive.
That is Symmetra. All you gotta do is throw some turrets down, and even if you die, you still get play of the game.
You know, I think you just described my wonderful experience as a Torb main. Anyways, that front entrance is really covered by these Symmetra turrets. I do not know why.
The wall is, though, going to come out from Bloodborne, rather off onto Axcrid. But it looks like Bloodborne is just going to maintain this point. They have 88% already onto this.
Oh, the Justice!
Draz is going to drop the Justice from above and take 2 picks.
See, Justice shows.
And it looks like Busan is finally going to take this over, although the May comes in with the Blizzard. And T-Nex will fall. May taking down Axcrid. Draz, though, returning with taking down Zachary. Although Ammo is going to fall to the May.
This May right here. Really be able to buy that time forward side of Bloodborne right here.
And it looks like Bloodborne is going to lose this point as the point starts to turn over, it looks like. No, really Bloodborne is going to keep this fight going. They've got the Coalescence coming in, and they also have the Shatter come out. It's going to get blocked by the enemy Reinhardt.
These Rhine fights really entertain me. It's both them going at it. It seems really that Bloodborne's able to push off.
Shatter, though, comes out from Busan. It's going to catch nobody, but Busan is not giving up this fight.
They really got a foothold on this point. The Genji trying to go onto Arisa here. Although not really doing much, you know, you kind of get this issue where you're at a stalemate with the enemy, unless one big pick happens just like that. And
but Apple is going to take down ADHD with the res off onto Ammo. Blizzard comes out.
Coming out. Forcing the Ryan
Warrior
charge, but
is going to take down Ammo, but we have another Shatter on the side of Busan. Is he gonna be able to use it well? Shatter comes out. It's going to catch the gun. It's going to catch the Ash. Apple, though, is going to fall to Warrior World. And ADHD taking out Draz, and it looks like Bloodborne is going to be able to maintain this point. And as OT ticks down, Bloodborne will take point number 1.
You see, it was definitely that first May ult that really saved that point. Buying that time for Bloodborne to come back and just put their foot on the point and just say, no, fuck you.
And our next map is going to be the Nepal Village. Let's see if we'll see the swap. So we are going to see the D.Va come out on the side of Busan, starting to go a little... A classic comp. We have... Nope, Zac is actually going to switch over to the Soldier. I'm betting Bloodborne believes that they're going to run the Pharah again, so they want to have a hit scan just to be able to take that out.
Oh,
nope,
no.
Sim.
No, the Symmetra.
He's
That's
trying
all
to decide.
It's a beautiful Symmetra right there. Games become so stupid as Symmetra around.
And Bloodborne taking an early presence on the point with that wall coming in. It's going to block out Busan. They're going to start pushing around on the other side though. And the fight breaks out right on the point with ADHD taking 2 picks. Both supports are down for Busan, and the fight quickly turns over in Bloodborne's favor. Not much you can do when you lose both your healers right away.
Or when your Genji gets shocked by Lucio.
And that was a really strong stagger from Bloodborne, so it's going to take a little time for Busan to get back. Although it's not a lot of percentage, every little bit helps. A res though off onto Ammo King, although Busan now doesn't have that res in order to be able to...
It's an early res. You see a few ults coming up. We see Barrier coming up for Bloodborne along with Earth Shatter. And it also seems on the side of Busan we're going to be... Oh,
Earth Shatter comes out right away. It's going to take down Ammo. And this fight is just very, like, Bloodborne dominant. T-Nax, though, is going to take down ADHD pills. But with the Coalescence out, but Busan seems wary to try and push in. Blizzard comes out. It's going to be eaten by the D.Va. Dragon Blade is going to come out from Draz. Is it going to be able to take anybody? It doesn't look like it. Actually, it takes down the Supercharger. That's one ult canceled with another. And Bloodborne is using a lot of ults to keep this fight going. Apple is going to take down one with T-Nex taking one with his self-destruct. We have a res onto Ammo, as well as Drad taking down Zachary and Apple taking down Warrior. And the point is going to flip over into Busan's favor. But Bloodborne does have 80% on their cap percentage.
For next time Draz pops his Dragon Blade, can you say using his raw weeb energy?
Just needs to use that weeb energy. Has to become the true Power Ranger.
You know, on the topic of weeb energy, Zach has chose the other weeb in the game, Hanzo. So let's see how this goes. Bloodborne has their Earth Shatter coming back up, along with a Blizzard on its way, and Coalescence kind of lagging behind the back there. Going to the left there.
Earth Shatter going to come out from ADHD, but ADHD is going to be denied.
And we'll follow to Zac though, who's also using his weeb energy, trying to stay alive, but it seems that Draz watches more anime than Zac ever will, and has killed him.
And we do have see Draz with another Dragon Blade.
He's got some claws of the weeb energy to release land, isn't he?
Although I believe going into this fight, Busan definitely has the ult advantage right now, so I feel they do have a massive advantage coming into this. Although we have both Coalescents coming out, it's going to take 2 with Apple taking one of his own. And Busan is going to maintain this point with a surprising amount of strength.
Yo, did Apple just kill 2 people by jumping?
Although, in order to keep that point, they used almost every ult. The only one they have left is their Dragon Blade. Although T-Nex is coming up to another... T-Nex is coming up to a D.Va Bomb. We do see a
Speaking
switch
of
though
ults, we're
over
about
onto
to see
the Reaper.
Soundbreaker coming up from the side of Bloodborne. This really could help in the push, which
Dragonblade comes out.
Energy, picking up Warrior.
It's going to take down one, as make that two, taking down cards as well. And Draz, if he's going to try and get that third, he's going to barely miss it to the Diva Bomb. But Busan is going to take Nepal Shrine, and we are now going to the Sanctum.
You know, the benefit of watching all the anime that Draz is probably watching, he just got a 3-piece. An amazing thing, isn't it?
Getting that 3-piece, and just as I thought we're going to see the Roadhog, Orisa, and the Lucio, but they're on the side of Bloodborne. We're not actually going to see any switches, though, from the side of Busan. It looks like they're happy with the comp that they did and what they did. Nope, Draz is actually going to switch over to the Pharah from the Genji.
He's going from the Weeb to the Pharah. Speaking of switching off Weeb, Zack is gone to the same exact character, Pharah.
And Bloodborne is going for a very boop-heavy comp right now. They're going to be going for those environmentals. And with the Roadhog and the Orisa, I feel like they do have the advantage as they're able to bunker down a little bit more.
Was that just Mercy shooting?
I believe it was.
That is terrifying. Speaking of absolutely terrifying, we see Apple hopping onto the point, trying to really get a foothold to open up that backline, but not really doing so well there.
And once again, Bloodborne
really
with another early presence on the point. We've got the Pharmacy fighting up top, with Draz taking down Joseph.
Here. Very slow fights going here, but nothing slow about
Arez off onto Joseph though.
Right,
we do see Coalescence come out, but that Ammo responds with his Death Blossom. He's going to take Apple before that though, and take nobody with the Blossom itself. Zachary winning the Pharah fight on Draz, and Busan has the presence on their point. Draz is once again going to fall to Zachary, and Zachary just going basically uncontested at this point.
Mostly because this Draz is down right now. You can't really contest that fire in the air. Also, can someone shut that diva up? Holy fuck. Oh my god. He keeps doing it. Oh man. Anyways. There goes the Valkyrie coming out.
We are going to see a lot of ults though on the side of Busan, but just as many on the side of Bloodborne. We see two ults come out, but the Orisa ult goes, the Orisa getting taken down. Just as did. And you have to feel really good only really using actually 3 ults in that. You still have the ult advantage as Busan used almost all of theirs.
And as we see switches here, we're seeing on the side of Busan losing the Pharah for the Ashe, which could be a really big choice here for that Pharah to get out of the air. To counter that Mercy that Bloodborne is holding. There goes
the bomb is going to come out. It's going to take 3!
Huge!
A huge bomb with Ammo taking one of his own, as well as 2 getting taken down, and a team kill for Busan to flip over this point. And you've got to feel good about that, only using 1 ult in order to take that team kill. You still have the Reinhardt's Shatter, and now you also have the Coalescence and the Death Blossom starting to come online.
An absolutely huge ult right there, but do say so myself. Amos just wanted to go poke in the back line there, made the guy's Death Blossom. Up on hers right about now.
And sorry about that. There is a huge windstorm going on where I live, so the internet cut out for just a little bit, everybody. But we are back into the action right now, and a Death Blossom does come out from Apple.
Picks up Apple, but a car will get shut down by Ammo.
And Ammo is going to pop his own Death Blossom, but taking 2!
The res comes down to Apple there too. You know, you gotta feel really good right now when your ammo just absolutely telling people to go kill themselves. Speaking of that, there goes combat. Ammo just
And
shut down
Ammo
the entire
taking down
push.
Joseph. And although they did use the Roadhog ult, it's not that big of a loss in my opinion, as Roadhog is able to get his ult back. Anyway, he is actually going to switch over to the Zarya. It looks like they're going to go more brawl style, although that might
You know, in
just play
terms
into
of,
what Ammo wants.
This next push could be shut down though, because Draz does have his Bob.
This next push could very well decide this game, as we have Busan now hitting 83% and still counting.
Right
Draz is going to take down ADHD early on though.
There's the Bob.
But
There
Zachary
we go.
is going
There
to
we
take
go.
down Ammo. And Warrior taking down Apple as well, with
Justice coming out,
Bloodborne
taking
looking
out
like the
Draz.
picks are in their favor. Reinhardt is going to fall from Bloodborne though, with Ammo in the middle of the enemy team. He's going to get frozen, and is he going to get taken down? He has the Pocket Mercy, but he's going to get booped off the edge.
There he goes. Gets spoofed off. That's absolutely... Oh, the
Shatter
other coming
comes
out.
out,
It's
a
huge.
massive
Check those
shatter,
Nick,
as well as the
Nick,
Diva
Nick.
Bomb. It's going to catch Zachary. And
that
Busan
thing
looks
dirty
like they're
on
going
so
to take
much.
this point. The fight is still going on, and Bloodborne not going to give it up. The lines are
Reinhardt's right there.
going to fall. But Busan takes point number 2.
Can we just say how absolutely huge that Diva Bomb was at the start? Oh, look at this. Look at this. This man, this absolute unit right here. There it is. It's just a bomb that really helped them get a comeback in this. Absolutely just yeah, I'll be right back. I have to go change my pants and my underwear. I'm soaking wet.
And the game has been tied up.
So there was nipple fur. Are you happy with yourself?
I am very happy.
You know, fur, I wish I could be too. What do I mean by
I'm
that?
always happy, and a lot of people are upset about that.
What do I mean by that? I mean, I wish we could see Eichenwald come out.
Unfortunately, that is not
It's
in our
not
map
the map
set.
pool!
I wish it was, because Eichenwald is such a fun map.
Have you seen Doomfist fly out of nowhere? Have you seen me do it? It's absolutely... just great. Anyways, sir, I will be right back. I'm gonna get my food. Or water, because my throat hurts after watching Denax just delete 3 people.
And as we wait for the map to come out, this game is definitely showing that, just as I thought, it was going to be a very close game, because we had that last map go 99. We've had on Anubis 2 really strong holds from both teams. Like, this game is so neck and neck that if one team messes up, it could cost them the match. Okay. And there's Task. We are going to see Tusk come in, which is probably one of Busan's stronger players. He is such
You know,
a...
Fer, I will tell you right now, Fer.
What?
I am absolutely addicted to Chick-fil-A.
You're addicted to Chick-fil-A?
Yes, are you not?
No.
Why not?
I've never actually had it.
You know, these are even more reasons not to work with you. That's all you're giving me, Fer. That is all you are giving me. Anyways, what's next map we're looking at here, Fer? I was not here. Fair?
What? I'm waiting to find out what the next map is.
I hope it will be Gibraltar. Here's it open.
You're hoping for Gibraltar? I'm hoping for World, honestly. And we are going to see Roddy come back in for Zachary.
Gotta say though, while Zachary was in, some pretty good plays coming off of him.
And our next map is going to be Blizzard World.
Ah, wow. Your dreams come true, but not mine. Just like when we had a team together. I wish I had a decent healer.
I
Right,
hate you.
Fur? Exactly. I hate you
You're
too.
calling me a bad healer?
I am not.
Are you calling me a bad support?
Emotional support? Yes.
I give everyone emotional support.
Oh, that is why you let me cry at night when you cheat on me with gubbins.
But I had a
Don't
date with
butt
Gubbins,
me,
though.
you whore.
I'm a whore? I'm sorry, Stabby.
Don't act surprised. I'm trying to eat my chicken in peace.
Gubbins, if you watch this, I've never cheated on you, baby. You're the only one for me.
He's lying to you. He calls me daddy, Gubbins. In the meantime, I will continue to eat my chicken.
Also,
You're not fair.
what?
The fact you've never been to Chick-fil-A is a good reason for me and you not to be friends.
But what about our plans for the next season?
Those are canceled until you eat Chick-fil-A.
Aww. But we do, though, have confirmation that we are going to start a podcast for the OLOC, and it is going to be hosted by myself, Stabby, and Gubbins.
I
So
could tell him to his face that you are lying to him.
it's
You love
going
me.
to be a time.
Indeed it is, because I will tell Gubbins how much you cheat on him every day.
No,
He knows your
no,
ways.
we can't. You can't. Gubbins
Yes, I
cannot
can.
know that. He's too
Yes,
pure.
I can. Yes, I can. Gubbins, pure? Yes, and I'm not addicted to punching people.
Okay, I'm too pure.
You're pure? Oh, yeah, don't. And you're also an amazing support player. Some dreams just don't come true.
Why you gotta hurt me like that? This is
I
why I
don't know
went
why
to
I do.
Gubbins.
Yeah, that's why I went to Gubbins, you fucking whore. How dare you do this to me?
This is why I pocket him.
Oh, yeah, you pocketed him because you never pocketed me, because you couldn't. Feel abused.
I'm going to live with my mom for the weekend.
Oh, yes, you go live with your mother. Maybe she'll pocket you. This
I'm
video,
gonna end up getting.
this live stream in no way is supporting any type of abuse, guys.
We do not condone
type
or
of-
support any type of abuse.
The only type of abuse I'm supporting is the abuse of fur.
Or mercy mains.
I hate you.
Are you not disputing the claim?
Yes.
Just gotta
No.
wait for God.
We're gonna look back-
show up.
We're gonna look back at this live stream one day and absolutely regret half the things we said.
Oh, most definitely. But I've learned that the minute I met Gubbins.
Yo, dude, what? Yo, you were just on about how much you loved him, and now, yo,
No,
yo,
I
fucking
learned that
chill.
most of the things that I
Yo,
say,
chill,
I'm going to regret
chill.
later.
Holy shit, dude. I'm clipping that. I'm saying that to Gubbins.
Gubbins would agree.
You probably would.
Like, he streamed with me, and before the stream started, he was like, "So, how bad can I be?"
Oh, holy shit.
So, Gubbins knows very well that he is, yeah, no, he breaks people regularly.
The only thing Gubbins can break is it's my scale. God, what a fucking asshole. Oh, poor Gubbins. By the way, Gubbins, if you're watching this, I absolutely hate you.
You know I love you, Gubbins, baby.
He's lying to you.
I would never lie to Gubbins.
That's what you told me. You said you'd be on my ass that one game. And where were you? Oh no, like 6 feet under.
On your ass.
Oh no, you were not.
If I tell somebody I'll pocket them, then I pocket them.
No, you never did. You know, this entire like conversation we're having and like this midway through can be like spliced, clipped, and like made to sound really, really bad.
He's not online for me. Oh, is my Wi-Fi messing up again? Don't pay attention to what. Wow, Stabby. Wow. We're just trying to get Gods in order so he can play, but oh, there he is. Let's do this, and then who wanted Gods and Kara? There we go.
Man, can I just say how much I hate you, Fer?
You said that multiple times now.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you get that through your mind.
I hear that a lot.
Exactly. Love you, dude.
I hear that a lot too, mostly from Gubbins.
Alright, you know what? I absolutely hate you. Never mind, I take back my love you.
And both teams are ready. Let's go into our third map. But the score is tied 1-1.
1-1, just like Mooningum's chances for you.
I don't know. Do you think we're gonna end up going to a map 5 today?
Honestly, the way both teams are playing, I wouldn't doubt it.
I think Apple is listening.
Wait, what? No! Where's my name? Where's my phone?
Apple, Stabby loves you, man.
No, I don't.
He just says how much he wants to learn how to play supports just so he can pocket you.
No, I don't.
Who's Apple gonna trust? You or me?
Me?
And why is that?
Attackers in.
Because I'm the better one, obviously.
Ooh, can we please see it? Are we actually gonna see a Torb? We are gonna see the
Oh,
Torb!
it's a fucking Torb! The fucking Torb! Oh!
Oh, he's
I'm
got the
actually so
rain
happy.
skin. Oh, if only
This man
Top
got
could
put
see
in
this,
the-
I just want him to wave.
The man got put in for his first game of the day, and he went Torb. The first thing he thought was Torb. You know how great that is? Oh. Anyways,
In a
we're
Blizzard
seeing,
world, it's actually a really smart thing, though. Because now they've got that turret that's just gonna pump in so much damage.
Pump in. Anyways, and me being a child aside, we're seeing just an instant just right in your face brawl right here. You have the
Yeah, it
you
looks
have
like
Busan right here.
Bloodborne
dropping-
is going a full-out GOATS comp.
Oh
just-
no, Torb will fall to ADHD.
Eventually we would have seen it, but yes, Torb will fall. Dildo getting the
Torb
res off
comes
the
back
axe
like
crit,
the
getting
actual
booped
god
off
he
the
is.
edge, it looks like. And the
This is
DMAC
not
and the
looking
turret
good at all, but
destruction
Torb, there
by
you go,
both
Torb.
gods, and it looks like Bloodborne is just going to take over this point just as fast as they took over point 1 of Anubis.
Man, can I say how absolutely upset I am about that Torb dying?
But he's not
He's
switching
sticking
off
with
of
the
it.
Torb. He's sticking with the Torb, and that makes me happy. That man has values that are unshakable.
Torb is just a fun character.
Speaking of things unsinkable, it's also Draz's love for anime, because he has that Dragon Blade ready.
And Draz's Genji has been proving to be very effective, so hopefully he can make a really strong Dragon Blade off of this. He has nothing really to combo with it, so it's going to have to be played very wisely.
There goes the molten core going out right there on the field.
Draz is, though, contesting the point as best as he can. The Ryan is going to charge, is going to miss. And we are going to see the rally come out from Bloodborne. They are pushing heavily aggressive forward. They are going to take down the Mercy as well as the Orisa. And the payload is going to be able to start moving forward. Draz trying to get out of there, but he's got two people
Kind of just
on him.
leaving more on the back there on the payload. But you know they're bringing the pressure up there. They're fighting right
Draz
inside
is going
Busan's
to
face.
fall,
So
as well as the Orisa starting to do everything she can. She is going to get shadowed, and then
that's
God is
Coalescence,
going to
the
take
nuke.
down the Orisa with Coalescence coming out from Bloodborne. It's going to help take down the Reaper. As well as a red
we still
on
have
the
Draz
a
up,
red
still
on the
holding that
toss.
Dragon Blade.
He is, though, going to be taken down by Zachary. And the payload taps that second checkpoint and is starting to move towards its third.
Can I just tell you something right now? And that is when Draz does so. Wait, there it is! The bomb! The
The
bomb!
Diva Bomb is going to catch
Prince
Warrior
of
Wolf,
Lucio. Nicole Lesson's going out.
as well
There's
as
Supercharger and
the
the charging in
Supercharger.
Reinhardt, picking up Axe Crit.
Draz
And
is
HD
going to
will
take
fall
down the
there right
Rhine.
after. Draz just looking for the perfect moment to release his love for anime upon Bloodborne.
It looks like
There
Bloodborne
goes
is
the rally.
really
This
not
could
going
be
to
the
be
push in.
stopped. The payload is going to keep moving forward, even though Busan had advantage
There
on
it
the
is,
pick.
the anime
Draz
coming
is
right
going
out.
to pop the Dragon Blade, but Sound Barrier comes
Yes,
out
to support
in order to
on stuff.
defend it. Grab comes out, and Draz is going to be one of the first ones picked, with Coalescence taking 2. And Bloodborne just going to keep this payload moving.
Guess we'll be switching up Genji to Diana. The
Earthshatter comes out. Ooh, good.
Oh, that huge anti right there.
T-Nex, though,
Oh,
taking down
nice.
ADHD.
This could be a push in for that. Just that huge ass anti right there was absolutely just stopping half of them. T-Nex is kind of asserting his dominance over here on this point, along with his fellow tank Apple. The rally will come out though on the side of Busan. People are getting slapped up left and right. Might as well call it my uncle's basement because people are being slapped. We don't talk about what happened there. There goes Joseph.
I'd rather just leave it at that.
What? You know what really could have helped Draz on his Genji pick though? Instead of just incorporating anime into his style, he could have put a little bit of manga in there. I hear that really helps your weeb energy.
We are gonna see another shatter and another bomb on the side of Busan with the sound barrier. Grab comes out and is going to catch almost everyone on the enemy team.
But no follow-up coming from that grab, really. Busan is still stacked what they have. The Nano just hiding right there in Draz's pocket. There goes the
although Bloodborne is in a very dangerous position. Grab comes out as well as the Diva bomb. The bomb is going to catch Bill as well as D-Mech the Diva. However, Diva is going to take out one with her own bomb. It was the Reinhardt. It's a huge pick for Busan. But Gods is going to take down his mirror Zarya.
There goes a Nano Boost right at T-Nex.
And sound barrier comes out from Bloodborne.
We have nothing but just his fight happening on this point, and it's a really brawl-heavy type of thing happening right now. But it seems that Busan is just pushing forward. There goes the shield bash, man. Speaking of pushing forward, there's the rally, but the rally isn't really doing much. Bloodborne walking off with it. There goes Grav, Coalescence. I mean, my bad. Transcendence. Give up that meme.
And a huge grab out.
A huge ass grab.
And Bloodborne taking over this fight. The bomb is going to catch Warrior Wolf.
Can T-Nex really hold this by himself? Let's see. I'm pretty sure you guys already know the answer to this, but not enough time being able to stall outside T-Nex. You got some really good ults happening there. You got some nice things happening. You even had Joseph getting slapped like my uncle did to me 10 years ago. But it's fun.
Tell my mother more.
What?
What?
What happened a couple years ago? Are you okay?
You know what? We don't talk about what happened a couple years ago, alright? I just say I'll never go to Christmas at my uncle's house ever again. Alright, anyways.
Knew I should never have drank that water.
I'd love to believe it was water, dude. Alright, well.
We're gonna leave that right there.
I'm not gonna stop with these jokes.
We are gonna. It looks like we're gonna see from Busan a GOATS comp, just like we saw from Bloodborne going out of the offense.
Yes.
And then from the defense from Bloodborne, instead of seeing the Torbjorn, we're going to see the Sombra.
You see, Sombra on defense on Blizzard is absolutely just. It's so disgusting if it's played right. She can absolutely hold this point by herself if she plays it right. So let's see what they do. I don't know if you noticed, Fair, but I love Sombra.
Oh, I know you love Sombra. You just love her so much.
Okay, you don't have to say it like that.
You loved my Sombra when I was enabling you.
Alright, shut up. We don't talk about this. Anyway, speaking of Sombra, they're sneaking right behind Busan.
Going for a little sneak attack, although the Ryan from Bloodborne does get slapped. The Reinhardt on Busan, though, is hacked. A huge brawl right onto the point. But the anti line, it's going to fall.
Trading the Reinhardt for the Lucio, maybe not too much of a good idea, but let's see what happens. Rally coming on the side of Busan already. We're about to have Nano Boost on the side of Busan as well. That goes to Nano Boost right there. Enabling that Reinhardt, enabling Apple to be even more of a unit than he already is, using that big dick energy to shut down Bloodborne.
And Busan is taking over this point.
Huge EMP.
EMP is going to catch
That's an absolutely
basically
huge
everybody
EMP,
on Busan, but there isn't really much follow-up. The Reinhardt is going to fall, but there isn't anyone there to really capitalize off of that EMP.
There goes the rally. Oh man, the rally.
Rally, but
pushed back
the
though.
entire team being
big
antied is going to be a huge hindrance for them entering that fight.
It seems right here.
Tosk is going to
there
pop
it
his
is.
grab and is going to catch the Brig and the Reinhardt.
Sound barrier. Speaking of grabs, would you like another one? That's the side of Bloodborne right there. Picking up 3 in that grab, a huge grab right there. T-Nex falling as well. It seems that Bloodborne will be holding this point. I said earlier about big dick energy, but you know, sometimes you gotta keep in mind the other team might have a bigger dick than you.
Sometimes you just gotta accept that you might be smaller.
But you never know, growth spurts happen to penises, like how Busan's gonna come right back in this fight. There goes a rally right there.
Busan is going to rush in with the rally. Tosk taking an early pick onto the Sombra. Apple, though, going to be pinned, and is going to be nanoed.
There's a nano. This is really good turns around. You know, I said
you want to talk about confident enable Ryan, just
really
nano him and then give him the shatter to pop.
There's a shatter. Absolutely big shatter right there. That could really be it
and
right
the Mercy
here.
is going to fall. Those are massive picks with Joseph Olza falling. And Busan is going to take this point.
As said, sometimes your cock gets bigger, and this is just it.
You know something I would love to see though, is I would love to see a character for Blizzard to pull a what's the map called? Why can't I think of it?
I'd love to see a character who uses an actual melee weapon that isn't a tank or Genji.
But I would love to see a character just like Blizzard did with Doomfist, is like, have a character use the crown that's in the payload.
Well, we don't care about Doomfist right now because it seems another fight has broken out to the point.
A massive fight though is breaking out
right
onto the point. There's a grab going to catch the Reinhardt, and the Lucio is going to fall. EMP comes out, is going to catch everybody, and a massive follow-up, going to take down 2, make that 3. And Busan sent back to the spawn room.
You know, just like my uncle did, sent me back to my room when I was sleeping. He did horrible things, just like that EMP.
Can we stop talking about your uncle?
I cannot. I have PTSD and I'm scarred by that shit, but it's alright. Because we see another fight happening right here. We see another fight coming out right here. Big ol'
huge grab, but with the Ryan getting stunned and hacked, he's not really going to be much of a help into that grab.
And
but
speaking
a
of
big
grab,
grab
another one
from
Bloodborne. Zachary just kind of pulling his grabs left and right.
As well as getting hacked. It's a huge assault onto Apple, just not giving him any space.
You might as well, you know, I'm pretty sure Zach was named my uncle as well, because he pulled people in left and right every 5 seconds too.
Just I don't know what to say anymore.
Exactly, because I'm coming up with these out of fucking nowhere. Let's see it come out. Absolutely no, that goes in HD.
Huge
big
EMP from Bloodborne. It looks like Bloodborne is following up on what the Shanghai Dragons did and just using that Sombra. And if anybody hasn't seen that game, the Shanghai Dragons took their first match ever.
The question is, why are you comparing them to the Shanghai Dragons?
Because Sombra.
Well, if you want to talk about Sombra, I don't know, talk about, like, a useful character. Anyways.
Reinhardt, though, is going to be hacked. They have no shatter going into the fight.
Oh, the Transcendence didn't even notice the Zenyatta switch, but there it is, boys. Zenyatta will get absolutely fucked. There goes the grab coming out, too. Sombra just laying in damage to build up her EMP, and that's not a hole in the side of Bloodborne. We're just holding this point really well, just like my uncle held me down.
We're going into the final minute of this, and if Busan can't get it to that 3rd checkpoint, this map is going to go to Bloodborne. And from the looks of things,
really
it looks like Bloodborne might be able to hold this.
Oh, there goes the nuke. The big nuke.
Diva Bomb comes out. It's going to catch 3. Another massive nuke from T-Nex. And Busan just pushing forward. Using that momentum, ADHD is going to take down the Lucio, but he is so far out of position. T-Nex coming in to try and take him down.
Wow,
T-Nex is going to take down with
shit
X-Crit
kicked
getting
out of
a
him.
res off of Bill. And the payload is starting to move, finally.
You know, last time I saw a load that big being blown to someone, I was
No!
But we just see Sombra has her EMP and she's right behind the team. There it goes.
Sombra
big
is
ass
going to pop the EMP, a massive
team.
EMP, catching everybody except for the
It's
Mercy.
going to win the fight. The grab comes out, but Tesco will fall.
And Bloodborne looks like they're going to hold this as OT takes down. T-Nex is able to touch the point, pushing into further overtime, but overtime is ticking down. T-Nex has to stay on that point. And with a D-Mech onto him, it doesn't look like he's going to stay on for very long.
I've watched too much hentai.
Blizzard World.
I've watched too much hentai this year. That was going. A small Korean girl gets fucked in the end.
God fucking damn
it. You know you love me.
See, this is what I was expecting this commentary to turn into when you said that you were willing to do this.
Well, you asked me first, and you got exactly what you were expecting. I don't know what you're talking about. If anyone's watching this stream, I'm so sorry.
You should apologize, honestly. We could have kids watching this. Probably not, though. And the only map choices they have left are Watchpoint Gibraltar and Oasis. The score right now is Bloodborne with 2 and Busan with 1. If Bloodborne takes one more map, they could take the series. He ignored me that entire round. I tried. I tried. It's kind of a bit hard to ignore somebody that just keeps going on about how they were raped by their uncle. Which,
whoa, I never said that word.
Once again, we don't endorse this. If you are somebody's uncle, we don't endorse it.
I have never said that word in my life. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either. That never happened to me. As my eyes jut from side to side. Let's find out what map they would like.
What map they would like? My favorite map is Shino, but Shino isn't here.
That's not a map, that's a trap.
What's the difference?
And just as you were hoping, my dear sir, we are getting Watchpoint Gibraltar. And let's just see if there's any subs coming in for either side.
Are there subs?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Exactly.
This match has been pretty good so far, though. It's been very close, except for Blizzard World. Bloodborne seemed to have a very strong advantage to me in Blizzard World. Let's see what Busan's going to do to respond and take this to a map 5. And with both teams ready, We are going into Watchpoint, Gibraltar.
Arriving at Watchpoint.
So, tell me,
I'm sorry,
Savvy.
was I supposed to be talking real quick there? My bad, I was listening to my own sexy voice over your virgin, not Chad voice. Anyways,
I hate you.
I'm sorry, I was just watching a stream to listen to my own Chad voice compared to your beta male voice.
Why are you watching the
Anyways.
stream? What's the chat saying, huh? If you're watching the stream,
What's the chat saying? Was Temple Anubis was insane. Which
it
it
really
was, my
was.
friend.
Those fights went on
You know what
for
else was?
so
You know what else was
long.
insane? The fact we have not been shut down yet. Thanks, YouTube.
And demonetized.
As we say that.
But then, but it's Overwatch. It's publicity. Keep it monetized.
You know, speaking of publicity, I finally get some sort of representation in this fucking game, because if my eyes don't deceive me, that's my main right there. That's a Doomfist. Oh man, this is gonna be great.
And the Doomfist is just showing that he can crush even you, Stabby.
Could crush even me? Hey, Doomfist player, if you're watching this, I'd like to see you try. Anyways, don't take it as a threat. I haven't played in a year. I'm absolute garbage. Please don't hurt me again, Daddy. Anyways.
Let's see just what the Doomfist can do. Oh, and the Doomfist actually switches off onto the Lucio.
Yeah, and he
I'm
has hurt my
sorry.
feelings.
I'm sorry, Stabby. Well, we are going to see a basic defense from Busan. They're setting up on that high ground. They got their Junkrat again. This time it's actually Axe Crit playing the Junkrat. Although Bloodborne does have the Sombra in the backline waiting to get her hack off. Hack off onto the D.Va as the payload starts to move underneath into the tunnel. And it's going
Payload moving
uncontested,
underneath,
actually.
just like my uncle.
Busan is way too distracted on the Sombra, and that they're not realizing that the payload is just still moving forward.
Well, that Sombra was a threat last round. If I was Busan, I'd also be worried about her as well.
But you
I'd
have
also
to
be
keep
worried
it.
the fact
You
that
have to
Apple's
keep an eye
dying
on
right
what's
now.
going on with the actual objective. And Busan
And
is
you know,
going to start
speaking of
driving onto the
dying,
objective,
there
but God
goes
is going to
McCree.
take down Tosk. With another hack onto the D.Va. And
There's the
an
big
EMP,
EMP.
onto the almost everybody onto Busan with the Reinhardt falling, and the payload easily gets pushed straight through. Actually, though, it does appear that she might be in the back. Was in the backline. She gets taken out with a stray nade, taking down Zachary Weave, and an early res onto him.
A stray nade.
Well, those are some of the most
You know-
dangerous things to actually get. As a stray
Yeah, I know
grenade.
that was some of the most dangerous things, because that's what I'm gonna do to you at night after this fair, but it's alright, because we see God's falling to McCree. So that's Sombra out of this fight right here. That could be something big, but the high,
We
you
do
know
see
what
a
time it is? It's high
Riptide.
noon,
It's going
and
to
it takes
take down
one out.
Combat. And Busan pulling a really strong defense, using only one ult in that, it looks like. No,
One ult, you mean two?
they used
There
the
was,
nano.
there was a high
I,
noon and an explosive one at that.
did Draz just switch over to the Ana then? Or did I not realize that?
I'm not sure, because I barely know what's happening either. But it's all
Tosk
good,
is going to
because you know
take down
why?
Gods, though, keeping that Sombra back at the spawn room. Though Combat is going to get the res off of her. A Death Blossom drops into the middle of Busan, but is going to be taken down very quickly. ADHD is going to get slapped, but is then quickly taken right back out of his sleep. He has both shatters are active on either side. And it looks like ADHD wants to try and take out the Junkrat, although this is a very dangerous situation. He's excluded himself from the rest of this team. Earth Shatter is going to come out, though. It doesn't look
there's
like
the
it's going to
nuke,
catch
there's the
anybody,
nuke,
but
there's
the
the
nuke
nuke.
is going
Ah!
to catch Warrior was with the Deadeye catching Zachary as well as
speaking
another
of nukes,
double
there's
tire.
Axe
The
could win too.
Junkrats this game. And Busan is going to hold this. The Junkrats this game, just the amount of double tires that we've seen early on was amazing, and Axcrit is still keeping up that. And Sombra, though, is in the back lines, so waiting for an opportunity to get that hack off. And it looks like Bloodborne is going to push up top. They have the sound barrier, they have the grab. Let's see what they're gonna do with it. They have a few ults, but we also have the Earth Shatter and the Nano from Busan. We are gonna see the grab though come out from Bloodborne, but ADHD is going to fall with Axer getting res as well as ADHD.
You know, I'm sorry about that. Speaking of ADHD, I have severe of that.
And
there
Riptide
goes
is
Warrior
going
Wolf.
to catch Warrior. And don't talk about ADHD with me, I have the same thing.
You know, last time I saw someone get that blown off, I was with my ex.
No.
Anyways.
No.
Oh, you don't know the horrors I went through. Anyways,
But
it seems
Busan,
Gods is
though,
looking at the right
holding this
time for
point
his EMP here.
so well right now, using very few ults in order to keep this point.
Gods is close to that EMP.
Nano
And speaking
boost
of
out
things
on
coming
it
up, this
to
Nano.
Reinhardt. As well as popping his own shatter,
There's
is going to
EMP.
take the Lucio, and
But you
Lucio
know what
is
time
going
it
to
is.
fall. EMP is going to go out, but is there any follow-up? There is!
There's
The
a
ADHD
tack
is going to
visor.
take down the Reinhardt, as well as Tack Visor going to take out Diva and Bloodborne, pushing this payload right into the second checkpoint. It's barely stopped and is going to go into checkpoint number 2 with a
You know,
team
last
kill.
time I saw someone a payload get that shot
Stop
down, I was
it!
with you, friend. Well, speaking of stopping things, it seems Bloodborne wants to stop the respawn here, but the payload just left the soldier. I'm not sure what Bloodborne is doing here, really thinking this could really stop the momentum. As the main tank is getting picked out there, ADHD and Warrior will fall. Maybe a little bit of ADHD had gotten to him there because he was way out of position.
Although Zachary gets a big pick on the Tusk.
With that Widow gone, there goes half the pressure that Busan had, but let's see what happens here. Zachary's still pushing that payload like it's his child, which, I'm not gonna make a joke there, sir. Anyways.
Bomb is going to come out from Busan. It's going to take the Sombra with extra taking ADHD with the Total Mayhem. Another shatter comes out from Bloodborne, a massive shatter with the Reinhardt falling. Riptire comes out from Busan. It's going to take out that Rein.
Absolutely pounded.
And a pick from Tusk onto the Mercy.
A wonderful shot from Tusk, if I may ask. Speaking of wonderful shots, look at that right there. Money shot off the side of
And Zachary is going to take out
in.
2 with Joseph taking out the Mercy with the Diva Bomb.
You know, speaking of taking things out, it seems that Bloodborne here is hoping to take out that little diva right there who's running away. As I said, the Korean girls gets fucking in, my man. Just like that, the rest comes out for Warrior, and they are having this advantage of this point right here. It appears that this will go to Bloodborne if Busan can't stop it, but the Nano Boost is out there, so is the EMP. Apple takes 2. Apple out here slapping people, just like my uncle did me when I was 5 years old. But Apple is my uncle here. He's showing no mercy as he's going right now. Nor is Axgood, who absolutely blew away Gods.
Apple just looks at Gods and says, "You are no god."
No, Apple kind of looked at God and said, if you have an asshole, I could totally violate it. So he did so. Anyways.
And Busan looking like they are going to hold this point. We are in overtime right now with a Riptire coming out from Axgrid. It's going to take down the
takes out
Mercy.
combat. That could be a huge pick right there. Oh, but here comes the little hamster fucker, the tiny little rat dick. Let's see what he can do.
We have the D.Va bomb coming up with no protection. The D.Va is going to fall.
A classic Hammond trick right here of trying to just keep the point alive, but the
Hammond is going to get hacked.
Ah, there
And
goes Hammond.
Busan
Rest in peace,
holds
my
just
friend.
before the 3rd checkpoint.
Apparently, Mercy also feels unstoppable, which you are in there.
Well, she is
you
unstoppable.
are indeed unstoppable. I think last time I saw
Just
Apple
like my
without
uncle
his
was
dick
when he
that
pulled
much.
me into the closet. What?
Oh. You too? Well, me too, friend.
How did he pull me out of the closet? Oh.
Just like Chris, just my uncle.
What?
Nothing.
Anyways, let's see exactly what type of offense Busan wants to run against Bloodborne right now. They were able to successfully hold just before the 3rd checkpoint, but that is still a very long distance that they're going to have to push this.
Is that axe crit on Genji?
That is X-Crit on Genji.
Well, I am absolutely hype.
And in order to bring this to map 5, Busan needs to take this map. They have to be able to push this payload all the way in order for them to just tie this up and bring this to the map 5. We are going to see a very classic comp coming from Busan. It's going to be a dive style. We've got the Pharah, the Genji, the Mercy Lucio, and then D.Va Winston. It is classic dive. Although from Bloodborne we're going to see Bastion coming out. The Bastion Hog comp, such high damage with axe crit coming almost immediately to the Bastion as well as the Pharah. This fight is over and Busan needs to rethink their comp.
You know, when you have Bastion in your face like that with his giant golden rod, as my uncle would say, you gotta really consider what are you gonna do against him.
I'm just gonna ignore you from now on.
Why are you gonna ignore me? You can't deny me. Dive style is what you're gonna get tonight for. Anyways, going back to this fight, Bastion's just laying in this damage onto that shield. They really need to contest that Bastion or just sneak right into him, just like my uncle did last night on my bed.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything, because I know you like it, big boy.
I'm just gonna let you talk. I'm just gonna let you talk.
Alright, apparently I'm taking control, so saw guys, Stabby here. Anyways, we're seeing Bastion absolutely just I need you back, for I can't do this alone.
You see? Anyway, we are gonna see a pick from Tosk though, onto the Junkrat. It's a really strong pick, especially with the way Busan wants to try and push in. And Reinhardt though is going to fall with God's getting rezzed. What are you saying?
The guy in chat saying if he wants to be at the Discord, just leave your Discord tag there and I will invite you when I get the chance to, sir. After this game, most likely. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this
we are getting ready for
sound of my
our,
voice.
And Bloodborne is going to hold this point though. But yeah, especially if you are already in our Discord and you want to be a player, we are openly recruiting. We are openly recruiting people right now. So if you'd like to join in our official first season of the OLOC,
that was me, Stabby. Don't ever forget that. I will kill you next time. Anyway, speaking of killing things, just like my uncle did my virginity, we see Zach up here trying to hold the...
Damn
it. Absolutely. Anyways, we see Zach right here trying to find a position to just let go of his belt of I can't come up with a
once again taking an early pick with the Transcendence coming out, but God says I don't care about Trans, I'm gonna take 2 no matter what.
Speaking of not caring about Trans, Zach just letting go his belt of humongous bullets into the face of poor Vil.
Bloodborne holding this point so strong, and we are going into a minute and a half left. I do believe though Busan can pull this out. They have 4 ults online right now. They have the ult advantage. They can
don't want to pull
this through. Shut up.
Damn right I am, Air sick. Anyway, speaking of fucking sick, look how sick Axkid is on this Reaper. Starting trying to assert her dominance right here.
Shatter comes out. The Orisa is fortified, but it is going to catch the Zenyatta. But Zenyatta is able to get back up and pop the trans, keeping his team up. Mercy getting the res up onto the Hanzo with Zachary taking out
Zach blowing
the
his
Zarya, as well as Combat
faces
getting
right
the res
here.
onto Joseph. Although Dragons comes out, it's going to catch nobody. Axkid is going to take down the Orisa as well as the Junkrat, and it looks like the payload might be able to push it forward. Only Roadhog and Zenyatta are left on the flank. Joseph is going to take down Tosk.
But we're not talking about that. Look at Axkid dominating this point right here. It looks like Bloodborne really has to fall back. Speaking of falling back, here goes the Death Blossom popping out.
Death Blossom is looking to get the Zenyatta. Zenyatta is going to fall.
Gets two. There goes the supports, man. This is looking like everything's falling.
And so is the Bastion. It looks like Busan is going to take this in OT. And if you're Bloodborne right now, you can't be too upset. You just force them to OT in order to take that first point. You do that one more time, and you basically have this game won.
But now you also have to. Oh, well, I can't speak just like my uncle did when he was violently.
Although Draz keeping this momentum going, he's going to take down 2 picks early on in this fight with the Riptire now coming out from Bloodborne.
Let's see what this Riptire does and who exactly it catches. It seems he won't catch
nobody.
Is going to catch
nobody.
Just like Chris Hansen never caught my fucking uncle. Anyways. I'm depressed.
Tosk is going to take down Combat though with a Dragons ready to go. He's also going to take down Zachary. Tosk just carrying this team forward and allowing this payload to keep moving. As the Dragons comes out, it's going to take the Reinhardt and as well as the Mercy. Tosk just popping off right now.
Man, I don't want Tosk to pop off on me. I want Tosk to pop in me. I'm not gay, by the way. Anyways.
This payload is going to continue to move, and if Busan can keep this momentum going, then they have a good chance at pushing this payload all the way and taking the second map and taking this to a map 5.
Well, they have Axkid, who is nearing up on our Death Blossom 4, all stacked already, so let's see what happens. Bloodborne ain't looking too hot on this defense, but we never know.
Zachary is going to take down Tosk, as well as Apple getting hacked. He has no shield, but he does have the supports there to keep him up. Tosk is going to get res, but then taken down by Pharah once more. Busan pulling back, trying not to engage without everybody on their team ready to go. Tosk switching over to the McCree to try and contest the Pharah.
Man, I don't engage when you're not ready to go, you know me for? Anyways.
And Reaper looking to get a massive ult, trying to get into a good positioning. Is going to force the Sombra to TP away, and starting to put a little bit of pressure onto the Pharah.
I'd like to put pressure on Pharah.
Shush.
Catch my drift. You see, our choices
playing
in
very passively right now and allowing Bloodborne to just keep setting up. They're waiting for these ults to start coming out. Grab comes out, and so does the Death Blossom, as ADHD is going to fall, but Barrage taking down Axkid. But we have Busan with the advantage in the number of picks. As the EMP comes out from Bloodborne, Sombra is going to get taken down by Tosk.
Oh man,
EMP is going to go basically unused, taking only the Reinhardt. It's still a good pick though.
Man, I'd take Reinhardt.
The payload almost there to the checkpoint in order for Busan to take this to a map 5. 40 seconds left on the clock. Draz is going to get hacked and taken down by the Sombra. They have no nano in this fight, and they're down 1 healer. 30 seconds remaining. Busan needs to start making some big plays in order to get through this. We see the Sombra come out from Axkid switching over from the Reaper. We have the Deadeye from Tosk ready to go, as well as the Valkyrie and the Nano Boost. Valkyrie is going to be topped. As well as the grab from Bloodborne with a barrage to take down the Reinhardt. Deadeye is activated, but is going to go wasted. And as OT starts to come in, Bloodborne holding this point, and as OT ticks down, Bloodborne takes the map and the match.
Man, and they also look at him letting all that weeb energy out of his bow. Absolutely insane plays right there. I gotta give it to all these players. They all played very, very, very well.
This game was a very hard fought one. But now we also have to go down to a matter of business. We have to decide our MVPs from both teams.
Our MVPs from both teams. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm just saying this right now. T-Nex could fuck my ass any day because his bombs saved so many team fights. My vote goes to T-Nex.
I definitely agree for Busan. T-Nex was definitely one of the key players for them today. And then what about from Bloodborne? Who would you say their MVP was?
From the side of Bloodborne, it's hard. It's really hard to me, but I do say Combat or Kara.
I would give it to Combat, because a lot of those fights I feel like was won because of Combat able to get those clutch reses, as well as being able to just basically keep his tanks up.
You know, I agree with you there. He really did keep the team together, but he never kept my heart together because he broke my heart 12 years ago, and I will never forget that. But definitely from the side of Bloodborne, I need to give it the Combat or Kara. Kara herself also brought a lot to the table using her really wide pool of heroes. In my opinion, I feel like when she was in, she was a very core part of the team, but we also can't deny the fact that Gods himself had also had some really clutch plays to games he was in too. Overall, it's really hard to decide MVP from the side of Bloodborne because they all played so well. It's very hard to just give a clear, how can I say this? I'm sorry, I'm mostly thinking of other things right now. So it's very hard to give a clear idea of who is MVP on the side of Bloodborne because they all played very well. But I'm not sure, man. A lot of them have my vote.
Why don't we say they both share MVP then? Kara and Combat will take MVP for Bloodborne, as well as Busan having T-Nex.
All right, I'm fine. You know what? I am fine with that. All right. Well, all the players are gone until they Kara, but she doesn't care what happens to you. So, I'm assuming it's time for get down underneath the desk. You know what's about to happen.
And we'll finish with that.
Wait, what are you...
And with that, we have now Bloodborne moving on to the championships against Fluid, and Busan will move on to the bronze match against ZF. So we have 2 more matches in the season. We are also going to have the All-Star game, possibly this week. As well as the draft coming up very soon. And with that, I am the Fralgatron. Thank you, Savvy, for joining me, and thank you for tuning in. And with that, I bid you all adieu.